Hi guys, so I was watching back this video and unusually it gives you the opportunity to see Stagger from both sides. So I thought it'd be useful to just pull together a 5-minute clip that just says this is what Stagger looks like when it's happening to your team and what it looks like when it's happening to the other team, so that you can hopefully avoid it in the future. So to get you up to date, what we're seeing at the moment is the enemy have capped the point. We're just holding their push at the moment. It's all going fairly well. And then you see that the Atlas drops on the right hand side. So numbers are about even because they've got a couple dead. And so it's fine to keep fighting at this point. But you'll see in a second that the Furia goes down. And then not long after, the Barrack that we're watching here makes a mistake and he goes down as well. So at this stage, we're now quite outnumbered. So they've got all 5 on the point. We've only got 2. And as we watch, the Maeve gets a kill, but then dives into the middle of their team and also gets killed in return. So at this point, we really need to be thinking about falling back. And you can see on the right-hand side that the Atlas has just gone down again. So now, not realizing this or not caring, the Barrack rushes in. And you can see he is now effectively facing their entire team by himself. Manages to get a kill, but unsurprisingly gets killed in return, and so doesn't achieve a huge amount. And you can see for about the next minute or so, this pattern continues. So one champion, the Atlas in this case, rushes in, gets killed without really achieving anything. The Tyra here has the Furia supporting them, but still it's 2 of them against 3 or 4 of the enemy. So they go down, Barrack rushes in, and you can see this pattern playing out over and over again. So because you've always got characters that have been killed and so are on their death timers, you're never able to get your full team against them. The Atlas tries to ult here in order to rectify the situation, but can't. Again, Furious and Maeve are facing their whole team and so go down without getting any kills. And then the Barrack tries to rush in again, but fortunately game ends and so there isn't chance. So you can see that you're constantly fighting at a numbers disadvantage. And as a result, you tend to die without achieving very much. So what we're going to see in a second is what it looks like from the other side. So what it feels like when you have staggered a team and can punish that mistake. So here you can see the next point fight later in the match. And at first it goes really badly. So you can see Atlas and Tyra have already gone down. The Barrack and Furia try to fall back. Barrack taking cover here. And the Furia goes down. And in a couple of seconds, you'll see the Maeve trying to take on their team by herself also goes down. So the Barrack's just waiting here. If he dives in, it's a 5-on-1. He goes. You can see the Atlas recognizes this and also waits. And then the Barrack has to go because of the percentage almost hitting 100. So he gets onto point, sets up an ult to protect himself, and suddenly the fight swings. So because this is given chance for the whole team to get back, you can fight on an even footing. They actually get 4 picks, and now you can see it's the enemy that are fighting a 5v1. So this Vivian's contributing nothing, and when she dies, her teammates are just starting to respawn. So she's now on her death clock, and all the others are just coming back. So these 2 come in by themselves. Attempted ult by the Ceres, trying to save a point that's already lost. And you can see very quickly the Andro and the Lex go down. And again, at this point, they should be falling back. The Ceres actually manages to get out of line of sight in a couple of seconds. So she's dueling with the Barrack. She realizes she's going to lose that. And then as she comes around the back, you can see she's actually invisible, so no one notices. But instead of falling back, she tries to fight again, gets herself killed. And from this point onwards, you've got the opposite situation. So this team is rolling forwards as a group. The enemies are coming in a couple at a time, and every time they get picked off. So there the Andro goes down. The Vic does manage to get a kill, but gets killed in return. So they're still outnumbered on red team. And it just keeps rolling forwards. There's this almost momentum to it that people try to stop by themselves, and as a result, they get killed. Viv tries to retreat but leaves it far too late and therefore gets picked. And so people are just continuing to dive in and getting picked off. And what they should have done is, as soon as that point fight swung and that Viv was outnumbered 4-1, 5-1, she should have fallen back and met her team. They could have regrouped at the choke point and had another 5v5 rather than being heavily outnumbered.